Are LeBron James cards actually increasing in value? Which Jordan cards continue to break all-time records? And which Jordan cards can you actually afford at a reasonable price in light of the recent surge of Jordan stuff? And then lastly, some Victor Wembanyama cards are bucking the trend, and some Victor Wembanyama cards are following exactly in the path that myself and damn near everybody who's been in the hobby more than a minute have predicted post-release. Get answers to all three of those questions in today's PWCC, Fanatics Collect Weekly Auction number 133 recap. We're going to look at 48 cards. Buckle up. There's some crazy stuff going on in the hobby right now. Are you tired of selling your cards on eBay, creating the listing, taking the pictures, front, back, shipping, non-paying bidders? Let the pros at Fanatics Marketplace do all of the work for you. I do. That's why I use Fanatics for my vaulting and for my selling. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN, and tell them that Cajun Cardboard sent you, and let the pros do the rest at Fanatics Marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. A quick story. I came in last night. Last night was my second daughter's first collegiate soccer game. It was an exhibition game against another Division I program out of Texas. She plays at McNeese University, so we were not missing my baby girl's first time running onto the field and having her name called up. She got the start. She played 51 minutes. She played brilliantly. And long story short, it was in Lake Charles, Louisiana, which for those of you who are not familiar with, the topography and the geography within Louisiana, which is probably 99% of the world, it's a little bit over 2 hours away. So we got in very late last night. It was 105, I think, or something like that, mid-afternoon yesterday. So they pushed the game back to 7 p.m. So I got back at midnight. But guess what? I have some C4 over here that I'm not sponsored by. But I made sure I had the energy to show up here at 6:21 a.m. and bring you guys the top 48 cards that sold last night on the Fanatics Collect Weekly Auction number 133 that ended on August 4th, 2024, and there was some crazy stuff. Two things I need you to do for me. Number one, before the video gets cranking and before all hell breaks loose, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so you get notifications when the next Fanatics Collect Weekly Auction drops, which is going to be next Monday morning and every Monday morning because I'm the most consistent content creator in the sports card hobby, certainly in the basketball card collecting hobby. And then the other favor you can do me is if you ever sell cards on the Fanatics Weekly Marketplace or on the Fanatics Premier Marketplace or even in the brand new, totally revamped Buy It Now Marketplace, please, if you want to support the channel with no money coming out of your pocket, instead of me begging you for money like a lot of content creators, I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me. Use the promo code Cajun, CAJUN, all capital letters, when you submit cards to hold in your vault, if you're like me and that's where you keep your collection, or if you're planning to sell cards. No card is too big, of course, and no card is too small, but if you use that promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN, you're going to help support the Cajun Cardboard channel, just like I told you in the introductory advertisement on this. Let's get cranking. We got 48 cards to get through. I am working on Pure Adrenaline and C4 pre-workout energy drink. We've got the card that we've seen many times, the 2018 Panini Contenders Ball at Waist. Luka Doncic, NBA Authentic, sold for $1,890. Right next to that, we've got a pretty unique MJ piece, and this is a huge card. I got a chance to hold one of these up close and personal at the National. This card is gigantic. And it's a pretty rare little specimen right here. The 1987 Market Com Sports Illustrated Michael Jordan number 16. This is a BGS 9 copy. Remember, these giant cards are very difficult to keep in good condition because where do you put it? It's huge. I know it looks like a regular size card on your screen, but objects are not drawn to scale, as they say. And this thing is gigantic. And so where does somebody in 1987 put this thing to preserve the corners, to preserve the edges, and keep it in good condition? Well, this one's got a 10 for the edges, it's got a 10 for the surface, a 9.5 corners, and it may be having an 8.5 centering. I can't see because I'm old and the numbers are too small. 1980 Magic Bird. Every single video I say there's going to be at least one of these triple autograph Bird Magic Doc, and this video is no exception. This is a PSA 4 with a 10 for the 3 autographs. There will be another one coming up. This one does 1,950. That's a PSA 4, 10 for the auto. Moving along, we got a red Seismic Victor. We're going to look up a couple Victor cards later, so I'm not going to waste too much time on the red Seismic. The red Seismic, just like the red, I think, is serial number to 299, and this one does 2,070, and that is a PSA 10 copy. We've got a Steph Curry Eminence. Remember, with that very familiar gold thick Sharpie autograph. This Eminence Silver, serial number to only 10, NBA Authentic, does 2,160. And then next to that, the first card we're going to look up on Handy Dandy Card Ladder is the 2015 Nikola Jokic Light Blue Prism. These were serial number to 199. Very beautiful color match. This is a PSA 9 copy, and it did 2,190. There's your card in all its splendor and glory. And let's take a closer look at some of the data. This is an interesting graph here. So over the last year, it's still up 23.73%. Remember, we're only measuring from beginning data point to end data point. The dots in between are what's going to tell the story, and it's been an interesting little ride here. And again, this might have something to do with performance. This might have something to do with impending playoffs and how people felt about the Nuggets. Remember, hype drives buy the hype, sell the news. No, sell the hype, buy the news, I think is what it is, something like that. It's one of those. It's either perfectly correct or perfectly the opposite of what you're supposed to do. I can't remember. The point is, you sell leading into the playoffs when you think the Nuggets have a chance, and then whether they win it or don't win it, in this case, obviously, that is when you want to buy it, and that holds true here. So 3,050 is where it peaked out May 1 over the last, this is over the last year, dropped all the way to 2,550, and then last night took a real sinker down here to 2,190, which is pushing back down to maybe the second or third lowest sale over the last 17 sales over the last year. So let's pay attention. Let's see where the next one goes. Remember, that serial number to 199, 70 of them are PSA 9. PSA 10, you start to talk about real money. Moving along, we got a LeBron James Retro PMG BGS 9.5 serial number to 50. That does 2250, and then this is not, you're not going to hear this come out of my mouth very often, okay? That's what she said. 1997 Skybox Premium Thunder and Lightning. This is a glow-in-the-dark card. A lot of people don't know that. If you pay attention to the Hierarchy videos and you watch the Hierarchy project, then you would know this thing does, in fact, glow in the dark, as confirmed by the great Josh Dawson at Northeast Sports Cards and many other great Jordan collectors out there. It's a must-have for any 90s Jordan insert parallel collector. This is the Thunder and Lightning from Skybox Premium. Last night, this BGS 8 copy, which is for whatever reason, that is a number I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I know it's just personal opinion. I don't even mind a BGS 8.5. It's just right at BGS 8. Like, I'll take a PSA 8 all day long on a huge card like this. And as you can see, even in a BGS 8, the card does 2280. It's got a 7 for the surface. Let's look it up. This is something you're not going to hear me say very often. I think the Thunder and Lightnings are overpriced. I just don't say that very often. Is it gorgeous? Hell yeah. Could you have it in your top 10? Sure, probably. It could also be in your top 50, whatever. But I don't think it's as rare as the prices are dictating in mid-grade, and I'm not really sure why. Like, for instance, is this necessarily that much better looking of a card than the Meltdown? I mean, those are the two kind of cards that I would compare to each other, and you can do your own research on the history of the card and the card pricing history, and we're about to look at some of the pricing, and you can look at the data and the pack odds and things like that. But in BGS 8, it's a pop 48. Let's look at the total pop report. The card's been graded over 300 times, so it's not the rarest card in the world, but look at the PSA 10 price, approximately 27 grand. PSA 9, $9,000. PSA 9, $9,000. BGS 8, $2,280. So you can see the PSA 8, and this just gives you another look at that. We're always comparing BGS and PSA. What's an equal comparison? Well, a PSA 8 Pop 34 does 3,600, and a BGS 8 does 2,280 last night. And so there's over a 1,000. That's like a 35% disparity between PSA 8 versus BGS 8. What I'm getting at is in gem copy, yeah, it's super rare. 10% PSA gem rate, 1.39% BGS 9.5 gem rate. Another one of those weird cards where PSA and BGS have graded the card about the same number of times, but BGS is almost 10 times more difficult to gem. That's very rare. It's usually the opposite. But let's look at the price chart. The hobby has said, F you, Cajun, you don't know what you're talking about. We're going to keep buying and paying crazy numbers for this card. So this card has run like crazy over the last 2 years. Only 5 sales, remember, only Pop 48. The card's up 98%. That's just too hot for me. I need the card, but I'm not going to pay, I'm not going to pay for a card that went up 100%, that doubled in value in a mid-grade over the last year. What about the PSA 8? I wonder what that graph looks like. Can we pull it up? Yeah, there we go. Similar stuff. Oh, sorry, it's 128% up. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this card. Is this the hottest Michael Jordan card right now? Up 128% in PSA 8, up 98% in BGS 8. What about a PSA 9? Hasn't even sold in the last 2 years. That's how rare it is. And then, of course, we talked about this craziness right here. Look at the PSA 10. Somebody make some sense out of this. This is total chaos. The PSA 10 is actually down to 24,600. Yeah, I know that sounds funny, but this thing sold for 43,000, 35,000, then all the way down to 24,000. A lot of chaotic stuff going on right there with that PSA 10. Now, I do remember one of those PSA 10s was not a PSA 10. It's just one of those deals where it slipped through the cracks or something like that. And when you look at it closer, it wasn't a PSA 10. I know there's always more to the story. One thing it's important to keep in mind, guys, I'm looking at green dots on a graph here. I do not have time nor enough C4 in my little handy dandy here to dive, God, I got some on my eyeball, to dive deep into each and every price point, look at each and every sale. Was it a sale from, a shady, eBay seller with a bad rating? Was the card really a PSA 10? Was there a white corner on a PSA 10? I don't have time to look at that. The subgrades for everyone. I'm looking at green dots on a graph here. If you guys want to know more about the Thunder and Lightning pricing history, you got to go into Card Ladder or whatever your data pricing tool of choice is and check it yourself, okay? Victor Wembanyama thingy. It looks like there's a million of these. Tops Now, autograph red. When I hear Tops Now, I say no thank you. I'm moving on. 2,340 for that. 93 Shaquille O'Neal Scoring Kings. Oh, teardrop emoji. I just recently sold I sold 9 out of 10 of my 1993 Scoring Kings PSA 10s. I had one of the only complete Scoring Kings sets in the world. So once again, I have let go of a meaningful set in the hobby, and I'm churning and burning that money into more Jordan cards. In fact, I picked up a nice card in this auction last night that's actually, it must have just missed the top 48. In fact, it had to have just missed the top 48. I'll share it with you on a future mail day, obviously, as you guys know. Again, great time to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon for notifications if you want to see great Jordan cards enter my collection. And not as many lately because prices have run like crazy, but you know what I mean. This Scoring Kings Shaquille O'Neal does $2,520 last night. There's your card right there. Of course, Arkansas legend, the great Joe Klein. Shout out to Jared Kincaid, one of my college teammates who was a Razorback. Unfortunately, this Shaq is a Pop, 18. Last night sold for $2,520. Here's what the card's done over the last 2 years. If you want to see a cool chart, that's what the card's done over the life of the card. As recently as 2020, you could have picked this card up for $400. Now, with all the chaos going on, up, down, up, down, up, down, still, you're talking about 6, 7x from where it was in 2020. Cards are not an investment, though, right? 2022, Bowman University Inception, Victor Wembanyama autograph. I'm going to do my best to look up some Victor Wembanyama stuff. It's a pain in the butt because not a lot of this stuff is in Card Ladder yet, but here's what we have. I've sorted it out. I've backed out fuchsia. I've backed out orange. I've backed out gold. I've backed out fuchsia spelled wrong. For some reason, a lot of people spell it wrong. I've backed out blue. I think what I've got left is our card, and that's sort of that's not the card from last night, but that's what the card looks like. I wanted to show you what's going on with the Victor Wembanyama prices. This one sold for $2,760, and it's a PSA 10. Here's your highest price ever sold, and of course these have only been out since 2023, so it's not like they've been around for years and years. But here's what we're working with, and I don't have a chart here, so you're gonna have to work with me. This card was $4,750, $4,219, $3,900, $3,800, $3,800, $3,700, $3,500, $3,400, $3,200, $3,200, $3,100. See what I'm talking about? We haven't gotten to the point where it sold last night for $2,760. So this is the advice that a lot of veteran collectors are telling people. As much as you want to put a Victor Wembanyama card into your collection, this is not a rare card. There is 186 PSA 10 autographs. And by the way, Beckett's graded 33 of them as well. So almost 300 graded. Look at the gem rate. PSA 77%. Beckett 88%. The cards are grading well. The one thing we can say about Fanatics is their like print quality, their quality control is significantly better than Panini, right? And it helps that this is not really a bordered card, but nevertheless, look at the gem percentages on this bad boy. Only SGC is actually grading the cards hard, but that's with their SGC 10. But 186 PSA 10s, guys, that is why the card is down about 50%. 40% from release and from the first graded copies that hit the market. 88 Fleer Jordan PSA 10, 31.20 last night. Trust me, it's doing about what you expected. That's over a pop 600 card, so about twice the population of the 1986 Fleer PSA 10. Not a rare card, but that is kind of where 88, 87 is still rare in PSA 10. 86 is rare in PSA 10, like 320 or something like that. 88 is where it starts to get where like I can get one anytime I want to, right, for a reasonable price. Here's your 87, and this is a BGS 9.5 min gem. It does 31.20 last night, and then this I thought seemed like a low price for me. I know it's Monopoly, so it's not true Prism, but you got Prism Fast Break, Prism Choice, Prism Monopoly, Prism Chinese Checkers, Prism Connect 4. You know, you got a million new Prism deals that are going on out there, but it is a flat black one of one, so it's the true black one of one for Monopoly. 32.40. That to me seemed low. It's a nice image of LeBron in his Laker jersey. Anytime you get the flat black one of one, that's a big time card. There's only so many of those out there for LeBron. In this ultra modern era, like we looked at a Victor Wembanyama rookie auto PSA 10, there's a mazillion of them out there. You know, you almost have to narrow your focus down to the goal. I'm not telling anybody what to do, because if you're collecting, you collect. But if you're these investor types who think I'm going to buy it low and sell it high, you better be buying low pop stuff. And I mean low pop stuff. Doesn't get any lower than one of one. This Monopoly does 32.40. Let me know in the comments, do you think that seems low? That seems low to me. I don't know why, especially since it's the gem copy. Next to that, we got a Latrell Sprewell. I don't think any card's image is better than this one. Look at this image of Trell on here. That's a big-time card. If you remember Latrell Sprewell, he was a freak 1 foot leaper off of 1 foot. He was kind of very Russell Westbrookish in that way. 1 foot, two-hand dunker, very aggressive basketball player. Loved to choke his coaches, PJ Carlissimo in particular. This is a Star Ruby, serial number to only 50. It's a PSA 8, pop 3, none higher, and it does 33.60. A set collector, no doubt, picked that card up last night. Maybe an investor type. And then we got the 1998 Triumvirate. People forget about these cards, but there's Kobe Bryant in there. There's Shaquille O'Neal in there, if I recall. Allen Iverson's in there. This is a 98 Stadium Club Triumvirate. This is the Illuminator, so this is the tough one, right? If you remember the videos that I've released on the channel and the conversation with Josh Dawson and others on the channel, Luminescent Illuminator. Illuminator's got the crazy pack odds. At least it did in 97. I'm assuming it's the same with 1998. 98 Triumvirate stuff does not get quite the same attention because there's no MJ in there. But this is the T13A PSA 10. It's a pop 3 Kobe. I think that's a low price, $34.80. Again, I'm not looking it up because I can't look up every card. Sorry, guys. Victor Wembanyama tops now, tuning it out. Serial number 99, autograph $37.20. In MJ, exquisite 2011. This is the A Carolina autograph is serial number 250. This BGS 9 copy does 3,720. LeBron on the ball patch thingy from Upper Deck Sweet Shot BGS 9.5 Quad Gem does 3,720. Third year LeBron signature shots auto right there. And let's look up another. This is another relatively common. This is the Bowman University prospect autograph, Victor Wembanyama in his Metro 92s. And by the way, I heard that whole franchise, that whole club shut down. It's over. Like Victor Wembanyama is like, I'm going to the NBA, and they shut the whole thing down. That's crazy. They had to have made crazy money last year with Victor there, but I don't know. $3,840 for this Bowman University Wembanyama. 3,840. I've got it somewhere in here, I promise. There it is. There's your card. I had to back out 900 variations, of course. That should be our card, and it is. The one last night was not a 10-10. It was just a 10, right? And so if you're not familiar with autographs, remember the 10-10 is going to outsell the 10. And so I don't think there's going to be any distinction in the card ladder data between a 10-10 and just a 10 with no grade for the autograph. But here's what you're looking for, and I'm sorting it by price, working backwards as well. This card was as high as $6,766, $6,700. By the way, the pop is $380, and guess what? Look at the gem rate, 71%, 72% respectively. These are things that people need to put into their mental Rolodex and not forget. 383 pops. So there's even more of these than the other Inception thingy that we just saw, which was also not numbered. And there was like, what did we say, 150 or 200 something? I can't even remember. 6766, 6700. How far do we have to go down on the sold price to get to 3,800? Guys, 3,800 is about 3,000 less than the highest price at release around November. Look at this. You got to get way down here. This is not good. This is not a good trend. Let's look at the data and let's sort by date sold. 3,840 is down from 4,000, is down from 53, down from 5,000, 3,600, 5,028. I wonder if we sort by price and sort by worst price, that's going to be wrong. This is a different card. Here's your card right here. Golly, somebody picked it up for $1,000. Somebody screwed something up. Yep. So I don't know. You guys kind of have to go dig in there. There's so many variations of these Fanatics, Bowman / whatever autograph cards from Victor with non-NBA license stuff. There's just a lot of them out there. I don't think this is the card I'd be chasing if I was an investor. Again, I want to be very clear about that because I pay too much for cards all the time, knowing that I'm probably paying too much for the cards. The difference is they're not prospect cards. The difference is there's not hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. So I do understand it. If you are a collector of Victor Wembanyama cards, you want the card, you don't worry about the price. But I do feel very confident when I say the value of these Victor Wembanyama cards we're looking at, no matter what Victor does, and he is tearing up the Olympics despite the fact that France has backcourt problems, I really, truly believe they'll be cheaper a year from now. They'll be cheaper 2 years from now. And that is with me also thinking that Victor Wembanyama is going to start making all NBA teams right away. Like, I really highly suspect that Victor Wembanyama is making an all-NBA team first, second, third, I don't know. But depending on what the Spurs do, he's going to make an all-NBA team this year. In my personal opinion, he's certainly going to be an all-star, right? Obviously. Moving on, let's go. 87 Finest Refractor. This is serial number to 1090, of course. What makes it special is that it is a BGS 10 pristine, which cuts your pop to almost nothing. Pop 12. Where are we? Here we are. So I've got the cards sorted here. Date sold. 3,840 is up from 3,755, is up from 3,000, is up from 2,880, is up from 2,600. So let me know if you see a trend there. Again, we're comparing BGS 10 and PSA 10s, okay? So the good news is this thing is doing really well. It's higher than any card has sold for. This card in any grade has sold for since April 14th. The problem is there used to be this big disparity between, do you remember, BGS 10 and PSA 10? Look at the disparity now. It's $45. No, it's $95. So a PSA 10 sold on eBay in July about, what is that, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, for $37.55. This one does $38.40. That's only $95 more. So I would be real cautious if you're those folks that are paying this massive premium, and I know it reduces the pop consistently and significantly, and we can go let's go look at that because I think that is important. Let's look at the pop. It's pop 12 for BGS 10. It's pop 22 for PSA 10. Gem rate 17%, 43%. So that's something you've got to take into account. But long story short, BGS 10s used to have this massive premium over PSA 10. No longer the case. There's some good content out there on social media and on YouTube and on podcasts, etc., about the shrinking disparity between the premium between a BGS 10 and a PSA 10. Go check it out more if you're new to the hobby. 2017 National Treasures, Jason Tatum, serial number 49, horizontal patch auto, BGS 8.5. 10 autograph, real good looking patch here, right? With 1, 2, 3, 4 breaks, 4,080 for that Tatum. And then we've got right next to it, this is confusing. And again, if you're new to the hobby or if you just, have been living under a rock and you've been in the hobby, jersey number matches. That's what this is. Look very closely at the description. Rookie patch auto. It is the true RPA from Exquisite, the best set in the universe, right? This is about as good as you can get for Dwight Howard for a true RPA. It's serial number 99, but the numerator is 12 and it's jersey number 12. So it's a jersey match autograph, true RPA. It sold for $4,080. Watch this insanity that is about to ensue. There's your card. You ready for this? The last non-jersey number, BGS 9, sold for, this is a BGS 9 with no subs on the front. The last BGS 9 sold for $630 less than 2 months ago. This one sold for, what is that? 7X? Just because it's jersey number 12, it's the exact same grade. BGS 9, again, is the patch better? Yes, the patch is better, but good Lord, look at the last 3 sales before that, right? These are all BGS 9s, guys. We're comparing apples to apples. BGS 9, BGS 9, BGS 9, BGS 9. 467, 473, 630, 4,080. I'm not going in to look at the autograph grade to make sure it's a 10 on all those. You guys got to do that yourself. But how crazy is that leap? And then if we find another one, oh, wait, here's one that sold for 4,920. Well, guess what? It's the same card. Exact same card because it's another jersey match. So if you want the jersey match, you're going to pay basically 6 or 7x times what a normal serial number to 99 Dwight Howard RPA is. Great looking awesome card here. This is an insert set that a lot of people don't know about because it's super rare. It's kind of got a little bit of a Star Rubies feel to it. It's the 1999 Skybox Dominion. Yeah, weird set. I don't know if they even did it for 2 years. I don't remember this set at all, to be quite honest with you. MJ's not in it, and so maybe that's part of the reason why. 99 Skybox Dominion, Sky's the Limit, Vince Carter, Warp Tech, serial number 225. So Sky's the Limit is the insert, of course, and then Warp Tech is the parallel of the insert, and it's serial number to only 25. This BGS 9 did 4,320. That's the highest grade there for BGS. 2023 Select Sensations. I am sorry, this is the ugliest card I've ever seen in my life. I want to zoom in to see if you guys can stop from vomiting. That's not good looking. I don't care what anybody says. I know people love these, the court side with the freaking, what's it called in the background? What's that stuff called? I just went blank on it. The, I don't know, Starburst, it used to be called. I keep forgetting. I haven't touched Ultramodern cards in so long that I keep forgetting what the stupid stuff's called. The checkerboard crap in the background, which is normally reserved for courtside. I'm sorry, that's just really ugly. That is not a good looking card. I know it's rare. I know it's his jersey number. It's just not a good looking card. I don't care what anybody says. Let me know if I'm crazy in the comments, but give me one of my crazy autograph things instead of that, which is pop 300. Nikola Jokic 2016 National Treasures 1/1 autograph. PSA 9 does 4,440. For instance, give me this Jokic 1/1. I don't even care if it's graded over this Victor Wembanyama color green regurgitation thingy all day long for the same price. Give me the Jokic. Right next to that, we've got our second copy, right? We saw the PSA 4 10 auto. This is the PSA 7 10 auto, 4,560 for that triple auto Bird Magic Doc Scoring Leaders rookie card. Moving along, we got a Jordan oversized 5x7. This Star Court King Star is running hot, guys. I'll be the first one to admit it. Star is running hot. Maybe it's because of me. I sold my entire 8.5 star partial set. I think I sold 21 star cards, all in 8.5. I did fine, but I think I'd have been better off if I'd have sold them 60 days later, like today. This is a beautiful card here. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to get into all this crap, but some people say this is the first Jordan Star card manufactured. I don't know if it's true or not, Some of you star crazy people, maybe Dave is watching High Speed Card Chase. Maybe some of these other great star collectors that I love and respect in the hobby that are out there that know a billion times more than me about star can confirm or deny. But I have heard that the 84 Star Court Kings number 26 oversized was the first star Jordan card printed even before the star number 101 rookie card. Okay, I don't know if that's true or not. Either way, I don't know if it would be recognized as a rookie card because people need their rookie cards to be normal shaped, right? Some people need them to be pack pulled. Some people need them to be this, some people need them to be that. It just depends on how you define true rookie card. It is subjective. No matter what anybody tells you in this hobby, don't let anybody tell you they have the answer about what a rookie card is. If you want to learn more about what a true rookie card is, again, not that Victor has the answers, but go check out Victor's the true rookie card on Instagram. I think that's his deal, but you can't miss it. He talks a lot about rookie cards. He even released a book about how to identify the true rookie card for certain players or what constitutes a rookie card for players. I haven't read it because I don't read because I went to law school and my eyes don't work anymore. So the only time I read is when I'm doing these fine Fanatics Collect weekly recap videos for you guys, and I have to read these little tiny descriptions down here. I like this card. 4,920 for the black 1/1 Giannis Prism 2017 autograph BGS 9.5 Min Gem. Nice looking card right there. Giannis has been totally forgotten in the hobby. 86 Fleer Jordan PSA 7, 49.20. 86 Fleer Jordan PSA 7, 49.20. So two of those off the board at 49.20. And then another 1/1. Like I said, the Monopoly LeBron I thought went really low. This is shocking to me too. This 2021 Prism Black Luka Doncic Auto 1/1 BGS 8. Again, remember, I hate that grade. I don't know how you guys feel about it. 5,160. Would you rather, how about this? Let's put this out there and comment below. I want to know what you guys watching right now think. Would you rather a BGS 8 10 auto or a PSA 7 10 auto? What would you pay more for? If you could just choose, hey, magically, I've got this Luka Doncic 2021 Prism Black autograph card. It's a 1/1. Some of you out there are going to say, I don't need it graded at all. I'm not asking you that. If you had to have it in a slab, would you prefer a BGS 810 or a PSA 710? I'm very curious to see what the people out there say. I know my answer. It would be the PSA 710. It just would. I just don't like the look of that old BGS 8 label right there, and I know they've kind of changed it since then. Here's another card that I think is an interesting card to look up. The 2015 Prism Gold Giannis, and I want you guys to sit down for this. Some of you guys who are very emotional, who are easily frightened, I want you to sit down before I show you the pricing history of this card. I'm going to take a second to drink some C4 because I'm going to need some energy for this. You're going to need to be sitting down for this, what I'm about to show you. Breathe, Cajun. Okay, watch this. It's not in the card ladder database, but it is in the sales history. There's our card, okay? It's a BGS 9.5. Sold last night for 5,160. There's only 7 of them out there. There's no BGS 10s. 5,160. Tuck that number away. There's the card. I've got it sorted by the highest price ever sold. Do you want to know the difference between 2024 and 2021 for Giannis, right? This is why it's important to keep in mind, Jordan prices and how they're doing. Kobe prices and how they're doing. Shaquille O'Neal prices and how they're doing. Comparing 2024 to 2021. Is it the same? Not all of them. Some of them are higher. Some of them are higher for Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, some of those guys. Look at what's happened to Giannis Antetokounmpo since 2021. $46,800, people, the card sold for. $46,800, the same grade card sold for in 2021. Those are the kind of people that don't recover. Like, you don't recover. If you say, I'm going to make a splash, this is going to be my grail. In 2021, on September 18th, you paid $46,800 on the same freaking platform. It was on PWCC, which is now Fanatics. Now look at it. It was a card that sold in the premier auction. This card would never be put in the premier auction now. That's just another way to tell the difference between 2021 and 2024. Look at the last 4 sales. One year after another, 21, 22, 23, 24. 46.8, 10,800. That's a 1/4 drop, right? A 70%, 75% drop. Then we're going to cut it in half again, $52.80. Then we're going to drop another $120 down here to $51.60. So if you're, glass half full person, you can say, wow, this card's really holding its value. It sold a year ago for $5,280, and it sold last night for $5,160. But if you're a glass not half empty, completely empty person, then you're going to say, wow, this card was 9x more in 2021. Crazy, crazy stuff right there. Another Bird Magic. This is a BVG9 with a Fanatics Eye Appeal sticker. It looks like maybe they fixed that thing. Remember, we were having some technological problems where it was saying Fanatics Collect Eye Appeal 0%, and it was on cards that aren't even eligible for an Eye Appeal sticker. If you want to know more about Eye Appeal stickers, I got a great video. At least it's on the PWCC Eye Appeals, but I think they've kind of carried that over to Fanatics. Right next to that, we've got a card we got to look up. I mean, this is just like pure class right here. This is a work of art. This is the 1996 finest refractor. People call it the gold refractor. People call it the foundations refractor. Regardless of what you want to call it, it comes with coating. You can take it off. You can leave it on. God wants you to take it off. I just want you to know that. God and Cajun want you to take the coating off. Don't not let a refractor refract, okay? And I'm half joking about that. And the hobby is split right down the middle because I've done a poll before. We've talked about it ad nauseum on this channel. This is the no refractor BGS 9.5 Min Gem. It does 5,400 in a BGS 9.5 last night. There's the card. Just gorgeous, gorgeous card. Jordan going up to yam it with the open mouth, about to stick his tongue out and laugh at somebody. Without coating, here's what the card's done over the last 1 year. It's actually down 8.47%. For those of you who think I'm just hyping the hell out of Jordan, not always. The BGS 9.5 is proven to be about a 5,000, 5,500, somewhere in that 5,000 to 5,500 range over the last 1 year. It's happened 3 times. The last 3 sales all within that price range. What do you think a PSA 10's worth? Bang. Look at that. Up 13%. The PSA 10 last sold for $18,850, people. So this is why you're going to have to make tough decisions in the Jordan market. If you're one of those PSA 10 or bust type people, that's over 3x. That's well over 3x. That's 3.7x that you're paying for a PSA 10 over a BGS 9.5. If we look at the price point here, again, there's been 240 graded. That's less than those Victor Wembanyama PSA 10 autographs, by the way. This is ever graded, and like probably 30% of these are crack and resubs with people chasing gems. There's 28 9.5s. There's 13 PSA 10s. The gem rate is higher for BGS than PSA, which is usually the case. So something to keep in matter when you're crunching your numbers. Again, here's that stupid courtside, whatever you call that background thing. I keep going blank on it. I can't remember what they call it because I haven't collected the damn thing in so long. But it's that checkerboard crap in the back. 2015 Select Courtside Gold, serial number to 10, PSA 10, Pop 2, LeBron James back in his baggy Cavs uniform with his headband, 5,640 for that card right there. And then another horizontal, look, 2 horizontal courtside thingies in a row. This is the 2023, same thing we looked at before, snapshots, except snapshots I think is an insert. It's the horizontal, PSA 10, Pop 4, serial number to 10, 5,760 right there. And then we got a Paolo Banchero, serial number to 25, 2022 Flawless Vertical Patch Auto. It's a PSA 8, no grade for the auto on this one. That's a $6,300 sale right there. And then a cool card here that we need to look up, 2004 Topps Chrome. This is second year Topps Chrome Gold Refractor, serial number to 99. Remember, it bounces around. We're looking at all the golds now, they're serial number to 10 in Prism. We looked at some of the golds for Topps Chrome, the serial number to 50. Some of the Topps Chrome golds are serial number to 99. So make sure you keep that straight. When you see gold, don't just assume it's 50. Sometimes it's 99 in 2004. In 2004. This LeBron BGS 9, what's it do? Where are we at? Did I look it up? Yeah, I did look it up. There's your card. Look at this. Look at what I'm showing you. You're not going to believe this. LeBron James card increasing in value over the last year by 14.75%. Okay, so that's Exhibit A. LeBron's got something going on right now. And again, I just posted something. I put a picture of a LeBron card. I think I posted on Instagram, and I got attacked. I literally got attacked by people because he is the most polarizing. He might be the most polarizing kind of in the GOAT conversation player of all time. People really revere him and worship him, or people despise him. I am somewhere between those two polar extremes. You cannot understand the vitriol that I got when I had the audacity to ask Can LeBron James catch Michael Jordan as the greatest basketball player of all time? Then you'll also have some yahoos out there, and God, I love you people, that say, Kobe's the GOAT. What are we even talking about LeBron and Jordan for? Kobe's the GOAT. I'm like, well, you're not good at math or you don't have access to the internet, but that's fine. But you would be shocked at how many people were just pissed off that I even asked the question, knowing I'm a huge Jordan homer. Like, I'm not objective, right? I try to be, but I'm not objective when it comes to the Jordan LeBron. It can't be caught. And so I posted it to see how many people thought he could catch him. Many people thought he already did catch him, and he is the GOAT. And they're probably young, and that's okay. They're probably still eating cereal for breakfast, sugary cereal for breakfast. Pop 15. Up 15% over the last year for that LeBron. Second year, Topps Gold, BGS 9. Another big-time Jokic card. This is a rookie Jokic. Remember, the 101 we saw earlier was a 101 autograph. That was not his rookie. That was a second-year Jokic. This is his rookie, BGS 9. Serial number 99 does $6,900 right there. Not a lot of Jokic on-card autograph rookies out there. Not a lot of Jokic autograph rookies out there. Really important to remember the era that you're buying the cards for. A Jokic autograph rookie card means a hell of a lot more than a Victor Wembanyama autograph rookie card, throwing out the grade. You guys saw the numbers. We looked at the pop. I'm not saying Victor Wembanyama is not a transcendent freak of nature, all NBA for the next 15 years athlete if he stays healthy. I'm simply saying supply and demand. Supply is half of the battle. I know demand is crazy. Demand will wane, supply will wax. Is that right? I'm not sure I know what those words mean, but I think wax means goes up, wane means goes down. Those are two ships passing in the night. Supply ain't going down. We know that. It doesn't go down for any cards unless they get destroyed. So supply is going up. Demand will go down for Victor Wembanyama. And I know that sounds crazy to say because he hasn't done his best work yet. But the demand will go down for Victor Wembanyama. I keep saying it. Everybody out there who's been in the hobby knows it because it's happened for every great player that came before him, including the great Luka Doncic. Here's a card I really like for a player that I'm just kind of lukewarm on. 2017 Prism Tatum Mojo Prism. It's a pop 5. Remember, it's serial number 25. Did they leave that out? They left it out. This is, I'm not crazy, right? That should say serial number 25. This Mojo, that's a mistake right there by Fanatics Collect. But this Pop 5 does $7,500. I've got it right here. There's the card. Is that not a good looking card? I like the pose. I know it looks like, I like the look on his face. I like the look that he's got somebody in the mid post, which is kind of where he does a lot of damage with that jab step. A lot of Carmelo to Jason Tatum's game. And Tatum fans are not going to like that I said that, right? But a lot of Carmelo to Jason Tatum's game because he's not the most athletic dude. He doesn't really blow by very often. And people forget early Carmelo was just as athletic, if not more athletic than Jason Tatum, but not horizontally athletic. Like he was not elite horizontally, like blow-bys and side-to-side stuff. It was all about size and bullying and strength and mid-range and, premier prime skill and footwork and things like that. And a really nasty J early in Carmelo's career. This is a Pop 5 card. Look at this chart, guys. This is just over the last 2 years. 8,000. 11,700. By the way, this guy just won an NBA title, so he's got that ring, that first ring, which is the hardest one. Unfortunately, Jaylen Brown was the Finals MVP, and people don't really like that. So, over the last 2 years, look at this. Over the last 2 years, this card has sold 5 times, but it's also sold 5 times over the last 6 months. So keep that in mind, right? And it's probably going to be the same card selling more than one time. I'm almost positive. In fact, I'm not going to look it up, but I'm almost positive it will be. Get graded 23 times for a Pop 25 card. Yeah, Mojo is serial number 25. I knew it wasn't crazy, but look at this. The last 4 sales, down from 11.7 to 11.1, down from 11.1 to 10.1, down, way down from 10.1 to 7,500. And by the way, all he did was win his first ring. Of course, he did get benched in the first round of the Olympics in the group stage. Another checkerboard thing in the background, Starburst, whatever you want to call it. 2018 Select Courtside Black Prism Steph Curry. Serial numbered 1 out of 1. PSA 10 does $9,000. And now we're coming to the top 6. Yes, We're up to the top 6, and I know I've talked a lot, but I'm excited about this. I'm excited about what the hobby's doing. I'm even excited to talk about this Kobe 3-color patch auto BGS 8.5, serial numbered to only 100 from the great Exquisite collection, which has been getting a lot of attention and a lot of well-deserved attention. Thank you, Carvin, for bringing your design and your brain power to the hobby so many decades ago. 9,900 for that Kobe. And then we're going to look this one up because this is a big boy card. 2012 Prism Gold, serial number to 10. First year Prism Gold, serial number to only 10. Dirk Nowitzki, first ballot Hall of Famer, top 25 on ESPN's 21st Century list thingy that was so dumb that I've done videos on. This Pop 3 does 11,700. And here's what we got. I just wanted you guys to know it's serial number to 10. It's been graded 11 times. And you guys know how that happens, cracking and resubbing. There's only 3 gems out there. Here it is sorted by date sold. This is way down from the last sale, right? Not long ago, just a couple of months ago, this card sold for $15,000. This is not the same card. That is an insert. Oh, that's select right there. I should have put it in minus select. Let's do that, minus select. Let's get that out of there. All right, there we go. That's out. And then I got purple gold. Well, forget it. You guys know. It's only sold twice in history. This is it. No, wait. It's sold 3 times in history. It looks like 2,800, 15,000, and then it dropped all the way back down here to 11,700. So that is nevertheless a humongous Dirk Nowitzki card right there. Remember, his rookie was way back in 1998 with Paul Pierce and Vince Carter. So that is a 15th year Nowitzki. And then here's a Wemby card that I can get with. Like, again, there's going to be thousands. If you add up the serial number to 10 gold parallels for Victor Wembanyama, I'm going to guess it's going to be it's going to eclipse 1,000. I think you're going to have more than 1,000 Victor Wembanyama gold rookies printed. Let me know in the comments. Am I crazy? If he's got 3 optic gold serial number to 10s, that's 30. I think that when you take optic and prism and select and whatever you want to call it, Bowman this, Bowman that, all of those golds are going to add up to well over 1,000. In other words, there's going to be well more than 100 Victor Wembanyama gold rookie cards. Let's put it that way. I think it's going to be into the thousands, plural. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if anybody out there has done that research. But if I was going to pick a card based purely on aesthetics and just how cool I think the card looks, this would be out there. I don't mind the horizontal look, okay? I got no problem with horizontal. A lot of people do. This is a Pop 1. It's a PSA 10. It's serial number 10, and it's his alien alter ego. So alter ego, and there's an alien ship behind him because that's what this guy freaking is. This card got 43 bids and ran all the way up to 12,600. Well, guess what? I've got some data for you guys. This card has sold 3 times. Last night's 12,600. It sold on July 9th, almost exactly a month ago, in a PSA 9 for $10,500. So in comparison to the 9, that looks like a pretty good deal for the PSA 10, only about a 20% premium. And then it sold raw on July 7th, which is, again, about a month ago, for $11,309. So I wonder, this was serial numbered 1 out of 10. Last night's probably wasn't a jersey number match. I guess we can look stuff like this up, right, with our fancy computers. This was number 5 out of 10. So somebody paid a big number for that jersey match way back when. Anyway, the card sold 3 times. Let me know what you think about this. 12,600. I like that card. I think it's a good-looking card. And again, I'm not ever spending $12,600 on any prospect because it could get hit by one of those double-decker buses in London or France or wherever they have those double-decker buses, which I'm so fascinated with. But I'm not paying $12,600 for any prospect basketball player. It's just too risky. 2001, we're in our top 3, right? So of course it's Jordan and LeBron, as God intended, back to norm, right? Back to the normal, the way it always is on these Fanatics Weeklies. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Steph, etc. I forgot who won last week, but it was like an arbitrary deal. It was somebody very arbitrary, and I forgot because I'm 50 years old and I can't remember anything. 2001 Upper Deck MJ Comeback commemorative. Card is graded authentic. 10 for the autograph. Beautiful big bold blue autograph right there. I don't know how they treat skips, but that looks like a skip to me. Let's click in. Autograph people. Why is this a 10 for the autograph? I'm asking this question. I'm not obviously I'm not disparaging the card, okay? I don't understand it. I thought if you're like pin skipped or whatever, it was like you get penalized for that. This one, it looks like it skips. Of course, the M. I don't know enough about Jordan's autograph. I couldn't pick it out of a lineup. I don't know the difference between Michael Jordan and freaking Corey Maggette, for God's sakes, because I don't look at autographs at all. I kind of weed that out of the way I collect. But I'm asking a legitimate question to the Jordan autograph collectors out there. Please educate the rest of us on today's video. Is that a PSA 10 autograph? I always thought skipping, streaking, and this and that was a problem. I don't see any streaking or anything like that, but it does look like the pin skips. But I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. So maybe somebody in the comment who's familiar with Jordan autographs can enlighten me and the rest of the people watching who are just curious. What a great card. I didn't read it, but on the back, that's a piece of North Carolina game-worn jersey and a piece of Chicago Bulls game-worn jersey, and then a beautiful autograph. And by the way, I've kind of buried the lead here. It is serial number to only 23. It's a Pop 2, only one graded higher. Next to it, we've got a card we see often. The last LeBron card we looked at was actually up. Okay, so let's look at, and that was the second year Topps Chrome Gold, serial number to 99, refractor, BGS 9. It was up over the last year. Yes, 14.7%. What about this ho-hum? Every day we see it. 2003 SP Authentic LeBron James autograph, serial number to 500, BGS 9.5 quad gem. Well, I'm glad you asked. I've got the answer. There's your card. Pop 45. Check it out, guys. Over the last year, it's sold twice, right? That's a good thing. We saw the same thing on the Topps Chrome. We're seeing the same thing here. It ain't selling every other month like the Jordan 86 Fleer PSA 10s and all the other cards that seem to have trouble because they're coming to market too often. This is serial number 500. There's plenty of these out there. There's 45 of them out there. People who have the card are now willing to hold. They want the card more than the value at the current moment. This card is up over the last 1 year. I'm going to click back. And I'm going to look at the all-time high. Again, buckle up. Don't get frightened. I have a feeling it's going to be very ugly. But I want to look at what LeBron cards are doing in the recent history, because that's where you're making your decision whether to buy or to sell, whether to get into the LeBron market. Is it a good time to get into LeBron? Are the haters going to be converted into lovers like there have been for certain players in the past? I don't know. Are we going to remember LeBron only the good stuff once he retires? Are we going to remember the manipulation, the forced trades, the fact he had the greatest teammates of all time, the fact that he tried to be Jordan, the fact that he said he was the greatest? Are we going to remember all the negative and all the political crap? Or are we going to remember the fact that this dude, what he did on the court, had never been done? The stuff that he did, even by Jordan, had never been done. When you examine the statistics, there is a very compelling case. Again, basketball is about more than statistics. Collecting is certainly about more than statistics. Otherwise, Tim Duncan cards would be worth a hell of a lot more, and some of these other guys that have played Olajuwon cards would be worth a hell of a lot more. But will LeBron be remembered? All right, I've talked enough about it. Up 21%. Who thinks they remember what the highest this card ever sold for? I think it's going to be bad. I don't know if it's going to be Giannis 2015 Prism Gold bad, like down 80%. Yeah, it is bad. Okay, so at one point it sold for $85,000 in 2021. Now it is about 1/4. There you go. It's almost exactly 1/4. $21,600, guys. So that's what your chart looks like. If only we could eliminate 2021 and 2022 from our memory, these graphs would make a lot more sense. It's just tough, right? It's tough because all we can do is gauge it in the past, the recent history to figure out what LeBron cards are doing. We know what they've done, but what we want to know is what they're doing and what they're going to do if you're the investor type. So let me know what you think about this card. Is that a good pickup right there? Is that card going to be worth more in a year, 2 years, 4 years, 8 years? I think it is. I think it's going to be worth more than 21.6. I'm not putting my money in it because I collect Michael Jordan. But I'm holding the LeBron stuff that I do have because I think I think better times are ahead. His best times to sell are in 2021. There ain't no question about that. But I think there is a bright future to LeBron cards gauging from the present into the future. Let me know what you think about LeBron cards like this. This is not again, Pop 45 ain't crazy rare, right? It's not Thunder and Lightning PSA 10 rare for Jordan, but it's pretty dang rare. This card's pretty meaningful. It is serial numbered. You know how many are out there, and it's a quad gem. It's a good card, man. Let me know if you think that card, what is that card going to be worth in 2028 after LeBron maybe retires? Hopefully, God, by then, maybe. He might want to play with his other son. Yes, you heard it here first. 1998 Upper Deck Jordan game jersey. GJ20 PSA 10 Pop 7 is the big winner. $25,800. What a card. Let's go in and look at it. that patch just punches you right in the nuggets, if you don't mind me saying so. Or if you're from, it could punch a female in the nether region as well. I don't want to be disparaging and assume that everybody watching is a male, because that is definitely not the case. Shout out to my female viewers out there. Not too big a shout out because I'm married, but shout out nevertheless. Sorry, I use the word nuggets a lot and nugget pouch and things like that. And I forget there's female viewers out there as well. 1998 Upper Deck game jersey, MJ. What a freaking card. What a design. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Let's look at the pop first. It's been graded 177 times. Remember, with Jordan stuff from the 90s, you're going to have a buttload of cracking resubs. And so it's probably been uniquely graded half of that. I bet you half of those are cracking resubs. 10% gem rate for PSA and BGS. More graded with BGS. PSA 10 is going to carry a huge premium on this. But let's look at the pricing history. PSA 10, we got a $25,800 sale. This exact same card sold in 2017 for $2,347. For those of you out there who don't think cards are an investment, they are. Are they a collectible? Yes. Is it a hobby? Yes. Is it a business? Yes. Can cards be a lucrative investment that can change people's lives? Yes, I know for a fact it has, because it's changed my life and it's changed the lives of so many people around me. Would they be fun to collect even if there was not an investment aspect to it? Yes, but would there be this many people in the hobby? Probably not, right? Let's call it like we see it. 2,347, let's go ahead and more than 10x that card over a 7-year period. That is a big time card right there and a big time sale. There it is, big and bold on your screen. What a card. That's your winner right there, folks. Let's go back here and let's go recap our top 10. That's the end of today's video. Remember, use the promo code CAJUN, all capital letters. If you want to sell some of your cards in here, they don't have to be big top 48 cards, right? People are using the promo code CAJUN. It's growing. And I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate those of you out there using the promo code. That is the primary way that I get any monetary support from my channel. Obviously, the hierarchy posters are also available. Many of you have asked about those recently. I've tried to be a little more consistent and intentional with letting people know those posters are out there and available. If you don't know what the Cajun Cardboard and Michael Jordan hierarchy is, you're missing out. It's really cool. It's a really fun little project, big project actually, that I worked on a couple years ago with some really good friends of mine in the hobby that know a lot more about cards than me, and I brought that to the hobby to help them get into collecting 90s cards like the ones that I love. All right, enough of diatribe. Jordan, LeBron, Jordan, Alien, Dirk, Kobe, Steph, Tatum, Jokic, a lot of variety. And then number 10, that LeBron Topps Chrome. We saw 2 LeBron cards in the top 10, both going up in value. Not historically setting records, but going up in value. We're seeing a little hint of LeBron cards making a rebound. Is it the Olympic push? I don't know. I don't know if anybody gives a damn about that. I don't know if anybody... what is this Olympic gold medal going to mean on LeBron's already absurd, illustrious resume? Probably nothing. This is like a 1% movement one way or another as far as his career achievements. Of course, if he doesn't get the gold, it's really an all or nothing kind of deal. It's a real big risk reward deal. If they don't win the gold, LeBron's going to get blamed because he's ball stopping and he is being LeBron centric the way this team is being run. If they win it, he'll get a little bit of credit because that's how the media is. I'm sorry, not the media. That's how the hobby and the collectors are. He'll get a little bit of credit because they're expected to win it. If they don't win it, he'll get a lot of the blame. He just will. He'll get a ton of the blame. So it's kind of scary right now. I'm doing this video where they're about to play their first game, Brazil, which they're going to be heavily favored in because Brazil wasn't even supposed to be in the knockout stage. But then I think they bounced to Jokic, and you never want to try to beat the same team 3 times, and Jokic ain't exactly your typical player. Jokic is the real deal, man. And right now, he's probably still the best player in the world, although there are arguments for some other players that are up and coming. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you taking the time on your Mondays to watch these videos. I want to get these things to the 2,000, right? Right now, I'm getting about 1,000 views, a little over 1,000 after about 24 hours, 48 hours. I want to get these things up into 2,000. I only talk about basketball, and I only talk about cards, pretty much. I have started to talk a lot more about current events on the NBA. I want you guys to start watching some more of those videos because there's some good stuff in there. There's some, it's not Skip and Shannon. I'm not going to be saying stuff just to say it. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I bring Coach Pixley on to talk about it as well. If you guys like listening to just basketball content, not necessarily hobby content, but basketball content, Stay tuned. You're going to get about 1 or 2 of those videos a week. Again, another thing I'm doing, I'm making a push to get better and bring you guys more content where I bring guests onto the channel. I've gotten some really, really good positive feedback about doing that, and I'm listening to you guys. I'm listening to the comments. I'm listening to what it is that you guys want. Like they say, I'm trying to give the people what they want. It sounds like you guys want me to bring on some of these high-end collectors, some of these folks that are working for card brokers. Jesse Craig came on the channel. VTV Sports Card. Jordan PSA 10 collector came on the channel. I've got the biggest Patrick Mahomes collector in the world. Yes, I'm calling my shot. He is the biggest Patrick Mahomes collector in the world. No, Patrick Mahomes doesn't play basketball, but he's coming on the channel this week, which I'm really excited about. I am a Fanatics Collect affiliate partner, but guess what? I'm bringing on Justin from Alt to talk to you about Alt and the Alt platform and the Alt auctions and what Alt is about, because I don't know anything about it. And I want you guys to hear more about the different segments of the hobby. So I'm bringing a lot more guests on, which means a lot more work because I actually do have to prep. I can't just hit record and start screaming like I do on these. I've got to do some prep work so I don't sound like an idiot. The good news is every question you get from me that sounds really stupid is legit, because I don't know about what a lot of these guests do. So I am asking legitimate, genuine questions that I think a lot of people in the hobby would ask as well. So education and entertainment, that's my 2 goals, guys. Hopefully I'm giving you guys a little bit of both. If I am, hit the subscribe button. Thanks as always for watching. I hope y'all have a kick-ass week beginning August 5th, this Monday. Let's have 7 awesome days in and out of the hobby. I know I'm going to. Get your C4, drink up, and let's go do some cool stuff in the hobby. Thank you guys for watching. As always, keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.